Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to Selenon Rising, I think. Selenon?
Yes, it's celery.
Celery Rising.
Yes.
This is the new game that we're playing. It's supposed to be slightly different. One, it's episodic and there's only one episode out yet.
Yay!
Yeah, so...
No resolution! Yay!
That gives us a chance to see if we like it, though, doesn't it? So, it's not...
That's true.
That's not terrible. And there's a natural ending point. Yay!
Well, it just stops. I think
Yeah.
it often ends.
It's...
Depends if it's good episodic or not, really. Bad episodic, it's like when you get adverts on films that obviously weren't meant for television. And sometimes it just stops at a particular time because
we must need advert now.
Channel 4 are bastards for that. They really are. The only time when it won't stop is halfway through a sentence. That's it. It might do massive big reveal stops. Now 5 minutes of adverts about things you don't care about.
See, since I stopped watching like regular television, because I didn't stop watching television because I'm not that person that brags about that.
I don't watch TV.
No, I do watch TV. I just watch it on my fucking computer.
Yeah.
But that's the
joy. Get an extra monitor when you've already got one or two. You know, that's effectively what a television is.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a television. It's bigger than my monitor. I wish it wasn't because it's a big TV and I'd quite like a big monitor. But
why can't you get an adapter or something so you can put the signal through it?
Possibly. But, you know...
I'm going to have to look at this for you. Any idea how easy some of this shit is?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're going to have to look at it for me. Just
when did you buy the telly?
A couple of years ago.
That's nice and vague. Because it may just have HDMI cable at the slot. They just go bloop, and that's it. It might be as simple as plug.
You see, I pretend that I know what I'm doing with computers, and I do a bit, but
as far as hooking things up, most of it's got it written on it. Just when you get a PC, there's usually a color-coded diagram, for Christ's sake.
My fucking dad.
Yeah, just
you're literally sounding like my dad right now, except it would be more building things rather than computer stuff.
I'm just basically telling you to try.
Yeah, but if it's working, why would I bother trying now? If what I have
telly
works...
isn't working because you can't watch it through your telly. So
no, TV's for consoles.
Didn't even know you played consoles.
I've got layers, like an onion.
Or someone who's cold.
Although if they're cold and they're wearing layers, they need more layers.
And more layers, yeah. They might be just midway through putting more layers on. Maybe they put the layer on to let themselves see. Then they're waiting for a bit to see if they warm up.
To be honest, layers on and then you take them off.
What?
You take them off if you're too hot.
Yeah, but who said they were?
If you're really cold, you want the layers on immediately.
Yeah, you put the layers on, but it takes a little bit time to heat up. So, you might be putting on one layer, waiting 5 minutes, putting another layer on.
Do you remember we were talking about the game a second ago?
Yeah, right. One with surprised man with gun.
Yes.
Probably evil guy and lady with purple eyes, therefore probably a wizard. Or the chosen one or something.
Or a chosen one. I think I remember vaguely.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, anime is always a chosen one. There's always two. They usually hate each other.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, if they didn't, it'd be a fairly boring story. The chosen ones all got on quite well and solved everything. The end.
I don't know. It really, to be honest, I would like antagonists that are not complete arseholes. I'd like, like a cheerful protagonist.
Or at least kind of charismatic evil or something.
Yeah, charismatic. Charismatic evil would be fun.
Yeah.
Or just pleasant. Because my biggest problem with a lot of like the gritty stuff is they're just fucking miserable.
Yeah.
It's just like...
It's a gritty reboot, no one smiles.
Cheer the fuck up. It's
one of the things I've heard about Suicide Squad. One of the characters in it, right, is Captain Boomerang. Right? He's a guy from he's on the Flash's bad guys, who's literally an Australian man who throws boomerangs at people. And they've made him gritty. How do you make that gritty? He sounds like he was a comedy character when they made him up. Why don't you just have a different bad guy? Yeah.
Yeah, make more different characters up.
I think
Although I do kind of...
Suicide Squad, this Harley Quinn's become really popular suddenly. And really apparently iconic in massive floating air quotes because she's the only presumably because she's the only person who isn't wearing a black bodysuit with armor on it. And also, she's kind of only technically wearing shorts.
Wasn't Harlequin just... Didn't she get her popularity from, like, the Arkham games?
Yeah, she got some from that, but there's been a sudden upsurge again, it seems, on internets.
Yeah.
Because buttocks, basically.
That was always her problem, to be honest.
Yeah.
I liked
Harley Quinn. I liked Harley Quinn because of the animated series because she was a nut job.
She was a nut. She was a great nutter.
Yeah.
It was just like...
She's a happy nut job.
Yeah.
They're entertaining.
That's why I like the Joker as a character, because he's a happy psychopath.
I've got some of the Harley Quinn stuff after she left the Joker, and it's her going around trying to do her own thing as a happy nut job. And it's quite fun to read. But the first big breakout she does with their new gang, the Quintets, there's 5 of them. Well, sort of. They have problems with the 5th one. It all keeps getting killed, basically.
Right.
But the first job they do is to go break out her hyenas.
Yep, that works.
That's the first job. I'm going to break out my hyenas. Huh? Yeah.
Why?
Can we make money out of this again?
Why would we need to make money? We can steal the money.
Yeah.
But first hyenas.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably... Yes. We've been going for...
Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
Get on with it.
Based or something.
There might be voice acting. If there's voice acting, I'll tell Corpse to shut up.
Oh, yeah, because I won't be able to hear it.
Because he can't hear it. But I think most of it is text.
Why is there a begin button and a play button?
That's for the next episodes.
Okay.
See? I have
Partners Falls.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. C. Clarke.
Yes, we know that quote.
Yeah, it's quite well known.
That's a really shitty way to say we're cool and edgy. Start with a quote. At least it wasn't a biblical quote.
Oh, yeah. Biblical quotes are so boring. And I've got the really called Fastermind Studios. Not only is that a bad pun, but it makes you sound like you really ought to fart your own arse. Look at us, we're better because we're Fastermind, we're clever.
I didn't get the pun until you mentioned it was a pun.
Yeah, Fastermind.
Yeah.
Who bit the moon? Own up, who bit the moon? And is there a giant cup of tea it got dunk in?
By the way, there is no music at the moment because I got the music turned way, way down. Because I'm not... A film by... I really hope this is a film on TV. Because...
So it doesn't have the bloody filter on it the entire time. Let's have grey on grey. That's a great way to show off our logo.
Okay.
That's not part of the moon. That's some kind of...
That's not even a ship.
Wreckage.
That's just wreckage. Yeah. That's like...
That's wreckage from whoever bit the moon.
Yeah.
These are moon crumbs.
Spooky Castle Studios music.
Heard of them?
Have you? I have not heard of them. Although it does sound like the sort of thing you would have heard of, considering most of our conversation this afternoon.
There's moon crumbs falling from the sky over totally not New York.
Yeah, well, considering they had like...
Parkness Falls! Oh, that must mean the Parkness falling down rather than moon crumbs.
Oh, hello.
Wow, really? We're going to be gritty.
Yeah, super gritty. We're in a back alley, okay?
With a paramilitary and a rough rebel. That's a rebel? They're just someone wearing a military uniform that doesn't fit properly. That's just a soldier who lost weight. That's what that is.
Although he does have sort of parachute pants with...
Yeah, but...
leg binding.
Shoes still fit, but everything else looks like they've lost weight. Look like a fly, but I'm saying what me to do. It's just they're gruff. They're probably male because that's stereotypical.
Yeah.
Sure, that weapons deal everyone's talking about. Shiva, wasn't it?
Probably a female then.
Yeah. Not much for small talk, eh? Well, I hope you weren't followed with the way you blend in like an elephant at the I wouldn't say an elephant at the circus. That would blend in.
That would be quite blending.
Like an elephant at the ballet.
Do I look like an idiot?
Well, you're wearing a cloak for no reason. Well, I say a cloak, it's more like a bed sheet. There's no definition to it whatsoever. You're trying to be stealthy and you're wearing stuff that stands out. That's not good. Just checking.
If you're done wasting my time.
I'm trying to buy shit off you. Talk to me. But good. And let me see what's in that case of yours.
The case that he's already got?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Just...
Kick it open. Tutorial. Sometimes you're presented with a choice of responses.
Yes. Okay.
Higher choices will shift your alignment towards law. Lower choices will shift towards chaos. And middle choices, if there are any, will keep it neutral. So chaos it is.
Chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can check your alignment
Dark gods.
in the pause screen, depending on what dialogue and events in your future may change. Show me the money.
Wait, that's chaos? Where's... What are you trying to pull is chaos, where show me the...
Okay.
I don't think... How is show me the money law when you're breaking it?
They're not good with their things. What are you trying to pull? What the hell are you trying to pull?
I just want to get the tech and get out of here. This place is giving me the creeps.
Yeah, but you're standing in front of somebody who's in a fucking wizard's robe.
Yeah.
A shit wizard's robe at that.
A shit wizard.
Oh, God. Poop explosion! If you don't play by the rules, the only way you're getting out of here is in a body bag.
Kind of already wearing a bag, really, if you look at my clothing.
Well, they're both wearing bags, let's be honest. Maybe that is a body bag that she's wearing.
Yeah.
That's
Does that mean she's trying to chat him up? The only way you're getting out of here is inside my clothing. Yes.
Yeah, that's not really chatting up. That's more being a little bit sexually aggressive.
Yeah, I didn't say she was good at it. Besides, it's a guy carrying an assault rifle. I don't think subtlety really comes down to it at this point. It's Okay, I have the money right here, in this big bag of money.
I hope so, for your sake.
Well, yes, because that's how we buy things. Show me the tech.
Oh, God. Same time.
Fine, here, get on with it.
Whoop, whoop.
All at the same time. That's not the same time at all.
No. Considering he's still got, obviously, the case full of money there.
This stuff is exactly what we've been looking for. Guns!
There's something wrong.
Awfully convenient how he got this Luxcaster on short notice. Is that a torch?
I don't know.
It just means Lightcaster.
Yeah, it does.
That's just a torch, you idiot! Why are you paying... What? A light source is strictly regulated in this unit. Well, it is maybe, darkness falls or whatever. So, it's kind of...
Selenon Rising.
Darkness. Presumably it means that, bands fall. So half this life or something.
Maybe.
Life.
I have my sources. Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. I'm not taking any chances. It could be bugged, couldn't it?
Oh.
So could the case, the building next to you. Try and check it with a bug tracker. That'd be good. The things that pick up transmissions.
How dare you be logical?
What kind of shit rebel is this?
A gruff one.
They're paranoid, but only of very specific things.
Bugged, what do you think I am? An amateur? These were taken straight from the scouting crews outside the city.
They are torches. So they can see things outside the city when they're scouting. Helping old women across the street.
Can I just point out the fog at this point?
The fog that moves around weirdly. Yeah,
that's just basically on a continuous loop, just...
is the thing for people to look at. If you ever see any kind of historical... kind of historical dramatizations, kind of. This is a series about, Vikings is a good example, actually. When there's battles and stuff going on, there's always smoke blowing across the battlefield.
Even in pre-gunpowder days.
Exactly. Where does it come from? My theory is that the reenactors who do half are just off shot, all smoking. That's my theory. Where does this shit come from? There's no fire.
Yeah, and in most of those battles, I mean, not Vikings specifically, were inland.
Well, yeah.
Like, far inland rather than...
Yes, you're not going to have much mist, and that's generally going to be first thing in the morning, really. So, you intercepted a supply shipment. You've got some pretty good connections. Or guns.
Yeah. I'm the best there is. Yeah.
We watched the big van driving past with stuff in it, and we shot everyone and ran off.
Yeah, and that means I'm the best there is.
Either that or a good liar. Oh, for look either buy it or don't. Fuck's sake.
Can you imagine being the person at that transaction?
Yeah, because everyone's got a little kind of Bluetooth thing where they've got their friends talking to them. So just buy it. Look, either buy it or fucking don't. On Gary, just. I know you want to play the big tough person, but we know you just run a newspaper shop in Coventry. For Christ's sake.
Oh, I like to think this is set in Coventry. Future Coventry. Dark and grey and full of concrete.
My favourite one is a lot of dystopian kind of cyberpunk anime are set in places called Newport.
Yeah.
Of course, there's lots of places called Newport, but the one nearest where I grew up was a dump. So it was hilarious seeing all this stuff like, in future Newport. No, it won't be that nice.
Well, there are reasons why you set stories where you think they are.
Yeah.
For example, why in my D&D campaign, Milton Keynes was a hellmouth.
Yeah.
There was a reason for that.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah.
Okay. That a good liar.
What are you waiting for, Gary?
Good fucking question. Come on, Gary. Not bad. Good condition. The firing mechanism is in one piece.
What, on the gun?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You mean the button works? Okay. Wait a minute. This marking. This was owned by the Resistance.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right, the ownership on everything? Also, aren't you a rebel?
Hang on. Right, if it was owned by the Resistance, the last thing you want to do if it's a rebellion of some description is put your mark on fucking everything.
Yeah, why is it?
Can you imagine the police going,
if found, please return to Gary the Rebel, 82 Swithin Street.
Can you imagine the police going, oh, I see you've got a gun, I've got one too, everybody carries gun. Why have you got the rebel insignia on yours, though?
No reason.
It's just like, really?
You have a lot of nerve bossing me around. I know you're the one of them undercover cops. Because undercover cops have actual good stuff. They'd have non-branded stuff because they're the police.
Yes, because they're smart.
Wait, you're not an enforcer who I grabbed from behind from the front?
Yeah, that's a bit...
Also, how do you know she's not an enforcer? We don't even know what an enforcer looks like at this point. So
no, well, that's true.
Wow.
Okay.
To this cyberpunk world, that's a very old gun.
Freeze! Human Protection Bureau. Don't move a muscle or I'll fill you with daylight at night time.
That's a revolver. I just want to point out that's a revolver.
I didn't see it, to be honest. I just saw gun.
It's not very cyberpunk space magic kind of.
Is it?
Yeah, okay.
Is it space cowboy kind of magic though?
Might be, but that doesn't really fit the rest of the aesthetic. But anyway, moving on. Right, fine, I surrender. Here's my gun, but you might want to look behind you first.
Hang on. Is this his buddy?
Yeah, is this out of sequence or what?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. Epileptics, look away now.
All about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Or just for the rest of the series, apparently. Because, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just treat this like a podcast.
Yeah.
Apparently most people do anyway.
Yeah, that's the comments I always get.
At one point, right?
I don't watch it, but just see...
At one point is play a visual novel for about 10 minutes. They're just got a blank screen and make stuff up for the rest of the series. See if anyone notices.
We should do a podcast. We should do a podcast of some description. Probably history, knowing us.
The history of history.
The history of history, or just random shit.
Yeah.
History and games.
Things what we like.
Yeah.
A podcast. Things. There we go.
Yeah. That's a bestseller there. No, though you don't really sell podcasts.
No. Unless you're really weird. And then you go bankrupt because no one buys them.
Oof.
Here, oldest trick in the book. What is?
What is?
Don't know what.
Okay, you didn't hear you didn't hear that noise, but there was the sound of zips. Or ripping, I'm not sure.
That's a hood being pulled down, I think. But
whatever it was.
Isn't this... Are the other frames out of sequence, or what?
I don't know.
Also, her gun shrunk in her hand, but,
You thought you had the jump on us, huh? Get off me!
The jump on us, she just stood there and said, I'm going to shoot you!
Can I also say what kind of outfit this is for an arms deal?
Yeah.
It's like in a back alley. Oh, yes, we're in a bad part of town, going down a back alley. Let's not rob the woman over there.
Yeah, that's where this she's going to go down wearing this restrictive skirt, which is going to be very helpful if anything goes wrong.
Yes.
He's not exactly loose.
No. If her knees are doing that, it's way too tight.
Yeah, or she really needs to pee. Nice. Maybe she gets scared easily. And she's kind of, yeah, I need to pee.
Oh, no, you don't. You're coming with me. If you think I'm just a pretty face, you're about to have a rude awakening.
She's behind you. She can't see your face.
Well, I like the arrogance. If you think I'm just another pretty face, and I'm just like, okay, you make your judgments about your looks. That's fine.
You look exactly like everyone else at the moment.
Yeah.
So, except you're purple. I mean, purple is a nice colour, but still.
Well, can I also point out that means that she's the true chosen gifted one?
Yeah, because she's purple.
Because she's got purple. It's either purple or pink.
Yeah, that's true. Because this is more gritty, it can't be pink because that's a light colour.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing. What are you going to do with a knife at your throat?
I don't know, why don't you put a knife at her throat rather than hold it near her shoulder slightly menacingly?
Yeah, when she's got a gun.
Yeah, she can just elbow you and then shoot you. That's...
Yeah, shoot him first and then shoot you.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you're going for maximum takedown, you don't want a knife. You want a gun because most people survive stab wounds.
Well, it depends what you're stabbing them, really. I mean, if that was actually at her throat, then it would be threatening.
Yeah.
She's just placed lightly across her, against her shoulder, which is just weird rather than threatening.
Yeah. Take you down. Vest wearing man.
Just look at his face. I
have so much... He's having a seizure.
Yes. So it makes me think of two things: either a drunk person, or because I've been watching the Great War Channel far too much. I'm into my. Don't think about it, Sala. I've got the place surrounded. How? Oh, we've got the place surrounded. That makes more sense. We've got the place surrounded.
With two of us.
There's two of us. We've got the place surrounded. And I can't hold a gun properly, apparently. Look closely at his hands. That is a weird way to hold a gun. It looks like he's holding a bowl and then someone's holding a gun.
I was just thinking that. I did the bowl motion in my hands when I was...
I got this shit. And I'm squinting for some reason. The gun's not straight over.
I doubt it. Move a muscle and I'll slit her.
Oh, move.
Damn it! I see her as a really prissy person.
Despite the fact she's probably nailed because Anna.
Yeah, but I get the feeling that she's using the prissiness to...
It's to disarm people. It's not because she's like that anyway.
No.
No. Listen.
Limbo.
Clink. Apparently Batman's here. Whee!
We also got whoop. The whoop noise. It's weird, the noises. Look at his eyes. He's definitely either having a seizure or he's drunk.
I think I woke up in a shrub again.
How'd you lose her?
They're the fucking grappling hook. What do you mean? I wasn't expecting a grappling. It's a bit bizarre. Anything. I mean, going up is
the clairvoyant.
A shit clairvoyant. Didn't expect that to happen. We're all clairvoyant. You didn't see it coming, did you?
No. Clairvoyant that didn't see it coming.
Too much time being drunk. That's the problem.
But look at his eyes. He's sort of looking... That one's looking that way and that one's looking, like, at us.
Yeah.
Standing before me is Agent Blue. Like me, he's an agent of the group known as Spec... Oh, God, she's violet, he's blue.
Yeah.
Oh, God, really?
What happens if one of them dyes their hair? Do they have to all rename themselves? And how do they recruit people for this thing? Are they only allowed a certain number of people? Or something? Or...
well, 7 specifically.
Yeah.
It stands for Special Counterintelligence Reconnaissance.
Wow, that's not forced at all.
No. In other words, it's our job to hunt down dangerous technology and destroy it. Well, define dangerous.
Yeah.
You've got a gun.
It's more the use of it that's dangerous. Yeah,
I mean,
you've got a gun, that's why they got shitty revolvers.
Yeah, but that's still
Automatic
technology.
weapons, oh god, no, that's dangerous. But a revolver, that's fine, because of reasons.
But it's still technology. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out that this lamp, I thought he had a weird shitty thing hanging from his cuff, but it is just a lamppost.
I like the advert behind him for Pepsi Cola.
Is it? See, you can see this full screen. This is not full screen for me.
All right.
So if you spot anything like that, you're gonna have to point it out in the
For some
background.
reason, a Bobby holding it. Pull in here for Pepsi Cola. Pull in where?
Yeah, where are the marking bays?
Yeah.
Both of us are psychic, but unlike me, Blue is clairvoyant. He can see a short distance into the future.
Not far into they're too bloody short.
He can literally see. You can literally see. She's going to get away after she's got a grappling hook in her hand.
She's going to run away. Well, yes, she's already grappled hooked up and disappeared. Yeah, but she's going to run after she gets up there.
No.
Well, guess that.
We've been partners for 2 months so far. While initially I didn't like the idea, I admit it's helpful having someone with his skills. Sorry, Prissy. It's helpful having someone with his skills to back it up. Oh God, this is going to turn into Nicole. But sometimes he can be a little too trigger happy. This is one of those times.
Shoot anyone.
He's not shot anyone. How is he?
How can he shoot anyone if he now holds his gun? It looks like he's offering it to the gods or something. Take this
shitty old revolver.
Oh, I've dropped it. I'll just try and pick it up. Ah! Oh, I hurt myself.
What are you even doing here, Blue?
I'm your partner, so I dropped to back you up. I'm saving your skin, apparently, and my haircut has changed.
I had things under control.
I had a knife at your throat and a man pointing a gun at you. Sure. Yes, lulling into 4th of the okay.
I didn't ask for your help.
No, you still got it, though. We're partners, so it's my job to make sure you don't die, no matter how close you are.
I love the fact that we've both just gone fucked for the voices.
Yeah.
I ain't lost, and I don't need saving. Thank you. I'm a bureau agent. I'm fine with dying if it means protecting them.
But if you get killed there, you're not protecting the city. So, right, that means you're a fucking idiot. Right?
Yes, she's a fucking idiot.
That's
Okay.
That's stupidity. But I'm not a fan of you, though.
No. I veto. Veto! Not this guy. I mean, I'm not sure what our other choices are, but vetoed. This was another of your prophecies, wasn't it? You saw something, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw someone going on some kind of arms bust on their own with this fucking stupid plan. Right? Maybe not.
It's funny how clairvoyance always works that way. Maybe. You can't let those 2-bit predictions control your judgment.
That's why I have this job.
Yeah. He's psychic, so therefore his job is to have those predictions. You muppet.
So he uses the information from those predictions to make decisions. You see, that's what he's paid for, right?
Yeah, bad decisions.
Yeah.
But decisions.
Yeah. Well, it might not be a bad decision. He's just inept. That's usually if I tend to come true. That's just how I like to see. There are always bad things to see. That's why I drink. I drink to forget the things I've seen, many of which haven't happened, and therefore can't be proven to have been a vision. You see?
I see.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, I wonder how his clairvoyance work. Is it specifically about things he knows, or just he says, shit, some kid's going to die over 3 miles away?
In
now.
12 seconds.
Yeah, it's just like, because that would be a shit power to have. It's just like, just seeing things you can't stop forever.
Charlie's going to tell him he loves her. What? Who's Charlie? I have no idea. Could have been a vision. It could have been a dream about a sitcom I was watching last night. I'm not sure.
Yes. Fine. I don't care anymore. I'm leaving.
You know the guy with the gas mask hasn't left, right?
Yeah. Can I just point out that pose, when he changed his pose, that was a massive klaxon, kind of dun dun kind of thing.
I'm leaving. Dun dun dun. And hey, right, Curlis, get this back. I don't know how I got here. Might have been a cab.
I ignore him and I keep walking.
Oh, you're an asshole. Okay. That's the person of guys. Who are you talking to?
Who? You guys. Who is you guys?
Hey, you guys.
Yes, sir. Right this way, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Jeanette, police officer.
Yeah, enforcer. These are the enforcers.
That's always a sign of a good government.
Yeah.
They're called enforcers.
Rather than
and don't show their eyes.
Police. Oh yeah. Just as a general psychological thing for those people who don't know, you're more likely to be able to talk people round if you take off your sunglasses.
It's because your eyes show emotion more.
Exactly.
It's actually interesting with people trying to mug someone. They'll often actually look down before they mug you because they're depersonalizing you, basically. A friend of mine actually avoided being mugged by just turning around and going, "Are you following me?" And the guy goes, looks up, eye contact, short conversation, runs away. It's you're a human. I can't do this now.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something horrible to them, you've either got to depersonalize them some way or be really cross at them.
Yeah.
So either you know them too little or you know them too much. It's that grey area in between. You can't be a nasty arsehole to people.
Because there's no reason to be. So your body doesn't.
Yeah.
Your body fights back against it, so to say.
Yeah.
Badly. Me word good.
Your word good am now. Oh.
Yeah, I'm word good.
Okay, so seriously, epileptics beware. I think that's going to be the title.
Beware wolves.
Just beware, general. Just be aware. Look around you. Aware.
Just be aware of your surroundings in general. Less likely to get in accidents.
Yeah.
Less likely to stub your toe if you're familiar with the surroundings. So.
Okay, I think that's probably an episode.
Ending on an appropriate note then. Stupid! Useless!
I really hope this picks up because...
It doesn't... We've got another character who's a moron, haven't we? That's the problem.
Every character so far has been a moron, yes.
Well, the last one was alright. C-14. She was alright.
Yes, she was actually quite...
She acted like a human being. That was good.
Yeah, she was, like, fallible and shit.
Fallible, but not an idiot, complete moron, it's kind of...
Yeah. It's sort of like...
She acted like a student who was in Belgium for the first time, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Can I point out, we did really like C-14 dating, and if you haven't seen it, go watch
it now.
I need to fix up the playlist, but I'll have Mine and Corpse's episodes in a playlist. We are missing one episode, but the
then
rest
I'll
of
just
it...
copy Clara's playlist when I eventually get off my arse and sort out a playlist properly. I keep forgetting.
Okay, we'll see you lot next time. Bye.
Ah!